Welcome to It's a Piece of Cake. I'm Lima, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this chocolate Mickey Mouse face slab. And to go with the Disney 100-year theme, I'm going to colour in this pearly silver white shimmer dust. I have chopped up my favourite chocolate, and now I'm going to temper this so I can use this chocolate to make the actual Mickey Mouse face. If you want to learn how to temper your chocolate, I'll put the link of the video that I show how to temper chocolate in the description box below so you can watch that video. Once I've got my chocolate ready, I'm going to be using a silicone mould. Now I purchased this silicone mould online, so it's just a Mickey Mouse silicone mould. And then I'm going to pour my chocolate inside that silicone mould. And once I've got an even layer of chocolate in there, you can make this as thick as you like. Then I'm going to just tap it about 10-15 times on the table, just so I know I have an even smooth layer. And the more you tap it, it helps remove any air bubbles. So there could be some little air pockets, but if you tap them thoroughly, then you're going to have no holes on your chocolate once it's been set. So I'm just going to go all around the silicone mould. Now these silicone moulds are naturally made for baking cakes, and I do have a tutorial if you do want to learn how to bake a cake in this silicone mould, which I'll also put the link in the description box below. But for today's tutorial, we're only going to make this chocolate slab. So now I'm going to pop this in the fridge and let it set. Once it has set, mine took about 2 hours to set. Once it has set, then you're going to gently remove it from its mould. Now my chocolate isn't thick, it's not a very thick layer, so I have to be very careful as I'm removing it, because the thinner your slab, the easier the chances of it breaking. So what I first do is I gently go through the entire mold just to separate all the corners and just to make sure that it's going to release away from the silicone mold. If you feel like your chocolate is not releasing away from the silicone mold, pop it back in the fridge. It probably means that your chocolate isn't set. So just gently make sure that all the sides of the silicone mold has separated from the chocolate. And rather than moving the chocolate around, you have to move the silicone mold around. Some silicone molds are very flexible. They're thin and they're very flexible. This silicone mold is quite thick and very dense. It's a very high quality one. So being that kind of thick and dense, it does really stick onto the chocolate, and you really have to kind of work to move it. So I'm going to need a bit of help here. So if you need an extra set of hands, get that, because if someone holds one side of the silicone mold, then you can focus on getting the other side of the silicone mold away, and keep your chocolate as close as you can to the board so it's not falling from a high distance, because if it falls from a high distance, then you can obviously crack it. So now that I've got my chocolate out of the silicone mold, you can see that the whole entire imprint is there. It's a very easy, fantastic way to get the exact same pattern that you want without really having to do much work. So obviously the mold done the entire pattern for us. We just put our tempered chocolate in there, and then you've got that beautiful exactly Mickey Mouse face shape on your chocolate slab. Now it's obviously up to you. You can foil this up with some aluminium foil and put a label on top if you're giving this as a present. But I'm just going to go with the 100-year Disney theme. So I've decided to spray it with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray, which is going to be technically my glue, to then put some pearl shimmer dust on it. Now these pearl shimmer dusts are fully eatable. You can get them from your cake decorating shop, and you can get them in any color. So you could get them in silver, gold, red, pink, any color you can think of. And they do not affect the flavor of the chocolate, because they actually don't have really any taste to them. But all you do is spray your chocolate with a bit of non-stick cooking spray. Any non-stick cooking spray will work. And then just get a soft brush and just brush on all that pearl dust onto it. And you can use multiple colors as well. So you could do a bit of silver, a little bit of gold onto it, or pink. It's really up to you what color you want to use the pearl dust. Or obviously if you don't want to use the pearl dust, you don't have to either. The pearl dust actually looks, once you've got the pearl dust on the chocolate, it actually looks a lot more nicer in real life. It gives it a really beautiful shimmer, like a glittery shimmer color to it. But on camera it really doesn't. You can't actually see the true effect of it, of how much nicer it does look in real life. So now that I've got my 100-year pearl themed Mickey Mouse, that's pretty much what it looks like. And you can foil it up at this point and put a label on it, but here I'm just going to use a bit more tempered chocolate on a cake board, so I can use that as a glue and stick my chocolate Mickey Mouse slab onto the cake board. And then this way I can cellophane it once the chocolate has set, I can cellophane this, and I can take it as a gift to the party that I'm going to be going to. So it's an easy way to kind of wrap it and take it with you. So I hope you guys did enjoy this very quick and simple tutorial. And if you did, I do want to make a few more Disney videos for the 100 year. So if you did enjoy this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up or putting a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye for now.